Hello everyone, welcome back in our science class. Today we are going to discuss a very important chapter from your biology. The name of the topic is Why Do We Fall Ill? Okay, so we are going to learn the different causes of the diseases, how the disease is caused. So our topic will start causes of diseases. You might have know in last lecture we learn about the acute diseases and chronic diseases. And today we are going to discuss what are the causes of the diseases. So let's start our topic. So dear student, as you know, in a human health is affected by a various factors or causes we can say. These factors may be a immediate as well as a contributory. So which are the factors are immediate factors and which are the contributory factors or causes simply we can say that. So let's start one by one. A very first cause or external cause we can say, or it is also called as the extrinsic factor. Extrinsic means which is a comes from outside. We can say the disease causing external agents which enter the human body from the outside are referred to as an extrinsic factors. So the important extrinsic factors which may upset the human health. Okay, like a pathogens like viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and worms. It is some are a extrinsic factors which adversely affect the human health. Okay, next point we'll discuss here. Okay, now here the poor health and under nourishment, okay, or malnutrition also we can say that. Okay, poor health and undernourishment, it is a contributory causes or factor we can say. Try to understand what is the meaning of the contributory. It contributory causes are factors which do not cause the disease themselves but provide a condition for the disease to occur. Means these factors are gives the favorable condition for the diseases, right? It may be a lack of a good nourishment, okay, or because of the poverty they did not get any kind of food, so that's why they are suffering from the malnutrition, right? This is the one type of factor simply we can say. Next is the hereditary and genetic disorder. So dear student, hereditary and genetic disorder which is transmitted from the one generation to the next generation, it may not appear in any generation, but they may as a carrier, they work as a carrier. So this is a changes in a genome. Okay, changes in a genome. It occur the changes in the genome, and it is transmitted from the one generation to the next generation. Right. Next is the lack of proper treatment of the immunization, or even we can say the your vaccination. If there is no proper vaccination, there may be a chances to cause a different kind of the diseases. Okay, right? So these are some causes of the diseases. Now again there is a very one important causes remain. There is a environmental pollution. As you know, because of the human greed we interfere in the our in nature, and we are disturbing the balance of the nature by means of the air pollution, water pollution, different kind of things we are uh, disturbing. And that's why there's an airborne disease. You might have heard the airborne disease, waterborne disease. Okay. And because of this external pollution, because of this, what we can say, the unjudiciously uses of the resources, we are disturb the balance of the nature, right? Now, the infectious disease and non-infectious disease we are going to discuss here. Try to understand what is the infectious disease and non-infectious diseases. Okay, there are certain points are given in the chapter. We can see here the first of all, the diseases which spread due to the infections by microorganisms are called as the infectious disease. It is communicated from diseased persons to the healthy persons caused by some biological agents like pathogens like viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, or some worms. Okay, these are caused the infectious diseases, right? And when you talk about the non-infectious diseases, the diseases which does not spread by a contact between the infected and healthy persons to the air and water is called as the non-infectious diseases. Heart diseases, diabetes, arthritis, these are the non-infectious. When you talk about the uh, infectious disease, you may know about these things. They are caused by attack of pathogens. Try to understand. The diseases are brought about by the extrinsic or external factors. We discuss about what is the extrinsic or factors which comes from the outside. The infectious diseases can pass from a diseased person to the healthy person. Transmission of the infection occurs through the direct contact or some medium like air, water, or any other vector, we can say that. Again, community hygienes can reduce the incidence of the infectious disease. If your community, if your society is clean, if your hygiene, your community is hygiene, definitely you can reduce the chances. Examples are cold, cholera, tuberculosis, pneumonia, malaria. These are some chicken pox. These are some infectious disease. And when you talk about the non-infectious diabetes, okay, hypertension, goiter, these are the non-infectious disease. Okay, transmission is absent here. However, hereditary diseases are transmitted from parent to offspring. This is a exception, we can say that, right? And this is non-infectious disease cannot pass from the one person to the another. These diseases are mostly brought by the intrinsic or internal factors. Because of the internal factors, these diseases are caused. Okay, next, these are some pictures. It's try to shows that how the microorganism or how the pathogens, viruses, bacteria are extreme small. They are microscopic, ultra microscopic. We cannot see with our naked eyes. For that, for observing this kind of organism, we need a special kind of instrument. Is called as the electron microscope. If you see the range, my dear student, if you talk, we compare with the atom and the viruses. Atoms are 0.1 nanometer. Again, fullerene C16, 1 nanometer, they are given here. 10 nanometer is the polio virus. Okay, in that range we can say, not exactly in that range. 100 nanometer is the your flu virus. Okay, smallpox virus, you can see in that range, 100 nanometer to 1 micrometer. So these are a extreme small organism, extreme small. We cannot see with our naked eyes. We are fighting with that enemy which is not visible, right, my dear? Next, there are some infectious agents and diseases are given here. One by one we'll discuss here. Viruses, what exactly it causes? It causes common cold, influenza, measles, chickenpox, AIDS, hepatitis B, etc. is caused by means of viruses. When you talk about the bacteria, cholera, typhoid, TB, tetanus, anthrax, food poisoning, etc. are caused by means of the bacteria. Fungi, skin infections are caused by means of the fungi. Protozoas are malaria, kala azar, amoebic dysentery, sleeping sickness. These are caused by means of the protozoa, and worms cause the intestinal infections and elephantiasis, means the filaria. Simply we can say elephantiasis is nothing but is a filaria which is caused by means of the worms, and in that case the mosquitoes are agents or vectors, simply we can say. Now next is the communicable diseases. In that communicable diseases, we'll discuss one by one what the factors are there. So first, a spread of communicable diseases by means of the direct method, and second, indirect method. So which are the direct methods of the transmission? One is the patient's hair, then patient's skin, patient's blood, patient's saliva, patient's mucus, patient's tear, patient's urine, and patient's feces are a agent, we can say, or non by not, these are the not a biological, what you can say, the agents, but the things which is responsible to transmit the diseases. Okay, right? This is a direct method of the transmission. Next, the indirect method of the transmission. If when you talk about this, contaminated objects like utensils which is used by the infected person, or toilets which is used by the infected person, napkins, towels, or the door handle which is touched by the infected person. When you in that contact, definitely you may suffer from the diseases. Like again, contaminated air, which responsible for the airborne diseases. Contaminated water, which cause the different kind of diseases here, right? Again, contaminated food is also responsible for some diseases. Contaminated soil, here the vectors which carry the pathogens. Okay, they not suffer, but they carry the pathogens. Next is the Bed bug for the typhus. Typhus is a one type of fever, we can say. Female Anopheles mosquito for malaria. So these are the some vectors, we can say, which pass the diseases. Like unhygienic habits, some unhygienic habits also responsible for the illness. Like eating food without washing hand is also cause some kind of the diseases. Again, the eating fruits and vegetables without washing them may cause the diseases. Thank you very much, dear students. Thanks for being with us. Thanks.